Hello everyone, welcome to HJ Programming Solutions. So in last video we have talked about the data types in Java. Then we have covered the casting, and in the casting we have seen what is implicit casting and what is explicit casting. Now in today's video we will talk about the operators in the Java. Okay, so what is the operator? Operators are a special symbols that perform a special operations on 1, 2 or 3 operands, and then it will return a result. Okay, so operator is a special symbol. Okay, and this will perform some specific operation on the operands and then it will return a result. Okay, now what type of operators we have? We have a assignment operator, arithmetic operator, unary operator, equality and relational operator, conditional operator, and then type comparison operator. Okay, now let's understand one by one all these operators. Okay, very first the arithmetic operators. Okay, so these are known operators, you may have used also. Okay, so in the arithmetic operators, first one is a plus. Plus means this operator is used for addition. Okay, so let's suppose whenever you want to add two numbers, so you will be using this plus operator. Okay, when we talk about the numbers, and when you want to concatenation of the two string, then also you can use this plus operator. Then you have a subtraction operator. Whenever you want to subtract, that time you will be using this subtraction operator. Okay, then for multiplication you will be using multiplication operator, and this is a division operator. Whenever you want to calculate the remainder, that time you will be using this percent or the remainder operator. Okay, now let me just go to the IntelliJ and let's just see how we can make use of these operators. Okay, so now in our project I will just create one more class, new Java class, and I will give the name as a operator example. Okay, now in this operator example, let's just create the main method. Okay, in the IntelliJ, whenever you want to create the main method, you just need to write the main and automatically this method will get created. Okay, now let's talk about the operators. Okay, so very first operators we have seen arithmetic operator. In the arithmetic operator we have plus, minus, then we have multiplication operator, we have division operator, and then we have percent operator or the like remainder operator we can say. Okay, now see here I have one number, okay, num1, and let's suppose this number is 100. Okay, and then I have a second number which is number 2, and let's suppose the number 2 is let's suppose 20. Okay, now how we can use this arithmetic operators? See here, let's suppose whenever I want to perform the addition of these two numbers, that time I will be using the plus operator. Okay, so here I will be writing num1 plus num2. Okay, so what will happen? The number 100 plus number 220 will get added, and whatever will be the summation of these two numbers will be printed here. Okay, so this is a sum operator or maybe the addition operator. Okay, so let me just write here addition of two numbers. Okay, now whenever we want to do the subtraction, that time we can use the minus operator. Okay, so how we can write it here? Let's suppose I will be writing num1 minus num2. Okay, and let's just assign here some variable, let's suppose int subtraction. Okay, so now the number 2 which is 20 will be deducted from this number 1 which is 100. Okay, and here we will get the result as a 80. Okay, now we can just print it. Here I will just write subtraction, and then here we can write the result. Okay, now just let me just correct the spelling. Okay, perfect. Now this is for the addition operator, this is for the subtraction operator. The same way, whenever you want to multiply the numbers, you can use this multiplication operator. Okay, so let me just do here. I can just write S out num1 into num2. Okay, so this is the multiplication, right? So I can just write it here, multiplication. Okay, and then whenever you want to divide, that time you can use this division operator. Okay, so I can write S out division, and then you can write num1 divide by num2. Okay, same way when you want to calculate the remainder, that time you will be using this mod operator. Remainder means what? Here whenever you are doing num1 divide by num2, what will happen? 100 divide by 20. Okay, so whatever will be the result, that result will be the output here in case of the division. But when we use the mod operator, that time whatever will be the remainder, that remainder will be the result. Okay, so now here when you divide this 100 by 20, that time you will get the remainder as a 0, right? And that's the reason you will get the output also as a 0. Okay, so here I will just write S out and remainder operator, and I can just write num1 mod num2. Now here what will happen? Num1 is 100. Okay, num2 is 20. Okay, so we will just divide this num1 by num2. Here 25 is a 100, right? So here we will get the 0, right? So whatever will be the remainder, that remainder will be the answer here. So here it will be 0, and whatever will be the result, which is 5, so this 5 will be the answer here. Okay, so this is the difference we have between the division operator and percent operator or the mod operator. Okay, now if I just save this, right click and execute, then we will get the result. For the addition, we will get addition of these two numbers. For subtraction, it will be the subtraction of two numbers, then multiplication, division and remainder. See here, addition of two numbers, we are getting 100. Just a minute, what happened here? Okay, so here actually what happened, it should not be 120, it should be 120. Okay, and why the result is coming this way? Let me just do one thing, let me just copy this one. Okay, and create a new variable int sum is equal to, and then we will perform the summation of these two numbers, and then this sum we will just print it here. Okay, now if I save and execute the code again, then we will get the correct result. I will just explain you why the output was coming 120, but first let me just see. Okay, see here, very first what we did, addition of two numbers. Okay, so 120, 120. Okay, then we are doing the subtraction. Okay, so subtraction is 80, and then we are doing multiplication. Okay, so if you multiply the 100 by 20, you will get the result as a 2000. Okay, then in the division we have seen, if you are dividing this 100 by 20, you will get the result as a 5, and for the remainder it is 0. Okay, so this way you can make use of this arithmetic operators. Okay, now let me just explain you one more thing. Whenever we use this plus operator, okay, let me just show you here. Whenever we use the plus operator with the numbers, that time it will add two numbers. Okay, but when you use this plus operator in case of strings, okay, that time it will do the concatenation. For example, let's suppose I have one string here, okay, which is hello. Okay, this is my first string. and then I have one more string high. Okay, this is my first string and this is my second string. Okay, now if you are using plus operator in between these two strings, that time what it will do, it will concatenate the string, means the result will be hello hi, this way. Okay, so in case of numbers it will be the addition, and in case of strings it will be the concatenation. Okay, now here we were getting the result as 10020. Why? Because I had written here addition of two numbers, right? So this is a string, and then here we have written like num1 plus num2, right? So this is a string, then this num1 is an integer, and then this is an integer, right? So it is considering that this is the string, so second it will just concatenate. Okay, but if you have the numbers it will just add it. Okay, I hope this is clear to everyone. Okay, even if you are not clear with the concatenation, no problem. Whenever we talk about the string you will understand it clearly. Okay, for now you should understand what is plus, minus, then this multiplication, division and mod operator. Okay, now let's just go, okay, and see the remaining operators. Okay, so here you know now the arithmetic operators. Okay, second one is unary operator. Okay, now see, in the unary operator you have this plus. Meaning of the plus is that it indicates that the number is a positive number. Okay, whenever we use minus unary operator, it means your number is a negative number, or negates, like if you have, let's suppose 5, and if you are putting this minus before that 5, it means this is the negative number. Okay, now plus plus is increment operator, and it will increment the value by 1. Minus minus is a decrement operator, and it will decrement a value by 1. Okay, and this is a not operator, or we can say the complement operator. It will invert the value of a boolean. For example, if your value is true and if you are using this complement operator, it will just make it false. And if your value is false and you are using this operator, then it will make that value as a true. Okay, so this is the complement operator, right? Plus means a positive value, minus means a negative value, plus plus it will increment the value by 1, minus minus will decrement a value by 1, and this is a logical complement operator. What it will do, it will invert the value of a boolean. Okay, now let's go to the IntelliJ and understand it. Plus minus is very simple, I think you will understand it, but let's just go and do. Okay, so for now let me just remove this one. Okay, even remove this one. Now which operators we are learning now? Plus, minus, okay, then plus plus and minus minus, okay, and not operator. Okay, the complement operator. Now see here, let's suppose you have the number 100. Okay, and if you are putting here plus, it means it is a positive number. Okay, now if I write here maybe int num2 is equal to minus num1. Okay, and let me just print here this num2. See what result we are getting. Okay, save this and execute it, and let's just see the result here. What we did, we just used the minus operator before this num1, and see here we are getting the negative value, right? So if you want to use the positive, that time you can use the plus operator. If you want to negate the value, that time you can use the minus operator. Okay, now the next operator is plus plus. Okay, so what this plus plus operator will do? Okay, let's just understand here. Okay, let me just delete this. Okay, and let's try to understand the plus plus operator. Okay, now here what this plus plus will do? Okay, let's suppose I have here int I is equal to 10. Okay, so value of the I is 10. Now here what I want to do, int j is equal to I plus plus. Okay, so this is my plus plus operator. Actually here we have two types. Okay, plus plus. See here, whenever you are using I plus plus, okay, and whenever you are using plus plus I, there is a difference. Okay, this is a postfix operator. You can say postfix operator, and this is a prefix operator. Prefix operator. Why? Because this is before your variable, this is after your variable, right? So this is a postfix and this is a prefix. Okay, now in case of the postfix, what will happen? In case of the postfix, the value of I will be assigned to the j first. Okay, and then it will increment the value by 1. Okay, but when you are writing here int j is equal to plus plus j, sorry, plus plus I, that time what will happen, the value of the I will be incremented by 1 first, and then it will get assigned to the j. Okay, now how you will understand the difference? See here, let's suppose I have here int I is equal to 10. Okay, and then I have int j is equal to I plus plus. Okay, now here if I print I, okay, and if I print j, what will be the output? If you are using postfix operator, that time the value of the I will be assigned to the j first, okay, before increment. That's the reason whenever you print the j, that time the value will be 10. Now here, once you assign the value of I to the j, it will increment it by 1. Okay, so value of the I will become 10 plus 1, 11. And that's the reason when you print I, you will get the value as a 11. Okay, in this case, the output will be 11 and 10. But if you are writing the another program here, which is int I is equal to 10 and then int j is equal to plus plus I, and if you print here the value of the I, okay, and then if you print here value of the j, here what will happen, here what you are doing, the value of I is 10, right, and then you are incrementing it first. This is a prefix operator, right? So in this case, first the value of I will get incremented. What is the value of I? 10. 10 will get incremented by 1. So it will become 11. Okay, and then that value will get assigned to the j. That's the reason here the output for the j will be 11 and output for the I also will be 11. Let's go to the IntelliJ now and see. Here, now let's just write the program. Maybe I can write here int I is equal to 10. Okay, then int j is equal to I plus plus, and I will just print here the value of the I, okay, and then here value of the j. Okay, now here what will be the output? See here, this is a postfix operator, right? So value of I will be assigned to the j first, and that's the reason the value of the j will be 10, and then the I value is incremented by 1. That's the reason the value of the I will be 11. Okay, so if I save it and execute it, you will get the output as a 11 and 10. See in the console, 11 and 10. Okay, now the opposite case. Okay, instead of postfix operator, if you are using prefix, here if I write plus plus I, now in this case what will happen? See here, what will happen? First the value of I will get incremented by 1 and it will assign to the j, right? So here the value of the j will become 11. Okay, and then the value of the I will also become 11. So save it and execute it and see the output. See here, we are getting 11, 11. Okay, I hope this is clear to everyone. Plus plus will do the increment by 1, but there are two cases, postfix operator and prefix operator. Okay, in the prefix operator, the value of the I will increment by 1 first and then it will get assigned. In the postfix operator, it will get assigned first and then will get incremented. Okay, the same is applicable for decrement operator also. It will just decrement it instead of the increment. Okay, now let's just understand the scenario here. Int j is equal to I minus minus. Okay, so here what will happen? See, this is also very simple. Okay, this is a post decrement operator, right? Post means what? First it will assign the value and then it will decrement by 1. Okay, so for the j, value will be 10 and for the I it will get decrement by 1, so here the result will be 9. Okay, now if I execute this code, you will get the output as a 9 and 10. See here in the console, 9 and 10. Okay, this is for the post decrement operator. Okay, or postfix decrement operator. Now instead of the postfix, if you do prefix decrement, in this case what will happen? See, you are decrementing here, right? This is a prefix. So first the value of I will get decremented by 1. Okay, it will become 9 and then it will get assigned to the j. So for the j, output will be 9 and then for the I, it also 9 because the value of I is decremented by 1. Okay, now save and execute and see if you are getting the exact result as a 9, 9. See here, 9, 9. Okay, so you just need to understand that in the prefix it will get decremented by 1 first and then it will get assigned. For the postfix, it will get assigned first and then decrement. Okay, that is the only difference we have. Okay, so that is about the positive operator, then negative operator, then increment by 1, decrement by 1. Okay, and this is our not operator. Okay, so how we can use this? Let's suppose I have the boolean value, okay, b, and the value of the b, let me just assign it as a true. Now if I print here not b, in this case what will happen? The value of the b was true, but if you are writing here not, it means it will become a false. Okay, now if I save and execute, see here in the output, you will see it will be false because you are doing the complement. See here, see, false. Okay, whatever will be the value, it will make it as a opposite. If you make this as a false, let's suppose the value of the b is false. Now if you are using not b, it means not false. So not false means what? True. If I save it now and execute, you will see the output as a true. See here. Okay, so if you are putting false, it will make it as a true. If you are making it as a true, it will make it as a false. Okay, I hope you are clear with the arithmetic operators and unary operators. Okay, now let's just go to the slides. Okay, by now you understood the arithmetic operators and unary operators. Okay, now the another operator is equality and relational operators, right? So it will check for the equality. For example, is equals to, okay, so this will check the equality. Not equals to, it will check if the numbers are not equals to, or maybe anything is not equals to, right? Then greater than equals to, less than equals to. Okay, so these are the equality operator. And when we learn about the if else statement or maybe the while statement, that time this operator we will be using heavily. Okay, so we will take the example when we learn the if else statements. Okay, probably in the next session I will be teaching you the if else statement. Okay, now what is the next operator? We have conditional operators like and person and conditional or. Okay, this is a and operator and this is a or operator. Okay, so these operators also we will see whenever we learn about the if else. Okay, so I think for today we can stop here. Okay, and in the next session we will talk about the conditional statements. So if else, nested else if and switch. And when we take the examples for these conditional statements, that time I will be covering these conditional operators and the equality operators. Okay, for today we can stop here. I hope all these operators are clear to you. These are very simple like arithmetic operators and unary operators, right? Equality relational operators are also very simple. Okay, so in the next session I will cover these operators when we talk about the conditional statements. Okay, if you like this video, please share with your friends and don't forget to subscribe the channel. Thank you.